All right, so Super Bowl is coming up. Just wanted to do a quick recipe here. This one's super easy. Dylan and I had a good conversation, again with a couple friends, trying to talk about what the quintessential recipes were for Super Bowl. You know, we talked about nachos, we talked about 7-layer dip, we talked about all these other things that could come up, and all of us agreed chicken wings, #1, hands down. I'm not gonna tell you how to cook chicken wings. You can buy frozen wings, you can buy breaded wings, you can buy your favorite wings from the grocery store, whatever you wanna do. I'm gonna show you 2 super simple sauces that's going to make your wings go from 0 to hero. Fucking amazing. I'm gonna start with pineapple sriracha, and we're also gonna make a Parmesan Ranch. Here we go, let's start with the pineapple sriracha. Sauce pot, I have some ginger, some garlic, some pineapple, sriracha, cornstarch. You can blend your ginger and garlic. You can chop it really fine in a blender with the pineapple juice. That works just as well. This just grates it really, really fine. You can use a grater, you can do whatever you want. This is easy for me. So we're just gonna grate 1 clove of garlic. We have some ginger. You can just use a vegetable peeler. I prefer it, it's easier, it cuts the nibs off. The equivalent of about 1 clove of garlic of ginger mixed in there as well. Ginger, done. Garlic, done. Now we are going to add some pineapple juice. Oh, it's got one of these dumb things in it. Let's go 2 cups, because we're gonna reduce this slightly. It's about 500 mils. We're just gonna get this on the heat. So I've just put the pineapple juice on. We're gonna put that on high heat. I wanna reduce the pineapple juice by about half. Wanna intensify the sweetness, cook out a little bit of the water, and then that's gonna save us from having to add any sugar to our sauce as well. To give this sauce the consistency, we're gonna use a little bit of cornstarch, equal parts cold water, and cornstarch, if you're measuring it, 2 tablespoons for the amount that we have here. So it's really important when you are using cornstarch. You don't want to add hot water, it'll start to thicken the cornstarch already, and you want to have cold water that you add the cornstarch, and you want to add it to a hot liquid. And that's gonna get dumped in right at the end. We're gonna bring it to a boil, and that's gonna create that thickening, which is gonna make the wings nice and fully coated and not have a drip off of them. We'll just give that a little stir, and you just wanna bring it together. And that's the slurry done. So now all we need to do is wait for the pineapple juice to reduce. Our pineapple juice is now half reduced. So we're gonna add the sriracha now. I'm probably gonna add 3 to 4 tablespoons, like I said, just depending on how spicy you want it. I'm gonna try with 3 to 4, then I'll taste it, see how it is. I'm just gonna add a touch of salt, again, just to bring out the flavors. We've got sweet from the pineapple, we've got spicy from the sriracha, we've got some really nice depth with the garlic and ginger. Salt's just gonna bring it all together, round it out. So you don't get any kind of floury taste or like powdery taste from the cornstarch. You're gonna wanna add this in, and you need to bring it right back up to the boil. Not quickly, doesn't matter. It just has to come straight back up to the boil. If it doesn't come to the boil, it's not gonna reach the full thickening. I'm gonna add about half of it to start and see if we need to add more. We can always add more. You can't really take out. Like I said, we can always thin it out with more pineapple juice if we need to. I'll add about half right in. So give it a stir, no lumps. See how it's starting to thicken? You see the thickness change? Let it boil for 5 to 10 seconds just to make sure the cornstarch thickened. I think that's actually perfect. I don't think we need to add any more or thin it out. So we'll put this one aside for when we're ready to dress our wings, okay? All right, so what are hot wings without ranch sauce or blue cheese sauce? I mean, everybody has their preference. My personal preference is ranch. I've got a really easy recipe here. We're gonna do a ranch sauce with some mayo, some Dijon mustard, some sour cream, Frank's Red Hot sauce, a little bit of fresh tarragon, dill, garlic powder, and the kicker, Parmigiano Reggiano. All right, let's get started. Mixing bowl, spoon. This one's super easy, guys. We're just gonna mix everything in the bowl, okay? A little bit of Dijon mustard. We're gonna go 1 tablespoon. I'm gonna go 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. So now we're gonna do 50-50 sour cream and mayonnaise, all right? We're gonna go about half a cup, okay? 125 mils, and we're gonna do the same with the mayonnaise. Frank's Red Hot sauce, put that shit on everything. I'm gonna go 8 dashes. Now, fresh dill, fresh tarragon. We're gonna pick the herbs off of the stem. Tarragon. You can mix them all together. We're just gonna chop it up. Just give it a once over. Make sure there's no super big chunks. So for measurement's sake, if you guys are wondering, I probably used, like once it's chopped, a tablespoon of chopped dill, tablespoon of chopped tarragon. And then we have Parmigiano Reggiano. So I probably grated, I would probably say about 2 tablespoons of grated Parmesan. Salt and pepper. We're gonna add a decent amount of pepper. I like pepper in ranch sauce. It cuts through, gives a nice little spiciness. Pinch of salt, So now we're just gonna combine everything together, give it a good mix. There you have it, guys. Honestly, that's how easy it is to make homemade ranch sauce. It goes so good with sandwiches, with wings, with anything you want to do. So I've got my wings here. Like I said, all I did was just roast them, a little bit of salt and pepper, coated them in some oil. All I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take a little bit of this nice pineapple sriracha sauce that we have. Okay, it's a little bit cooled down now, so a little bit thicker. Once it hits the wings, it's gonna liquefy a bit, so don't put too much on. I'm gonna start with about 3 or 4 tablespoons for a pound of wings. Give them a little toss. Perfect. Now it's a plate. You know, you can totally put it on the side as well if you want to do multiples of different sauces, so you don't have to toss them in. Everybody can kind of dip their own sauce. Pineapple sriracha, one of my favorites. Parmesan Ranch, easy peasy. You could fire this up in honestly like less than an hour if you had to. Last minute Super Bowl ideas. Let's go, Pats.